Billionaires pretty much rule the United States. The president himself is a billionaire, but apparently he's the most threatened and bullied man in the country.
He has turned American diplomacy into a cheap extortion racket.
Let's be honest, Donald Trump is a loser. Count all his failed businesses.
Donald Trump cares about exactly one person, and that one person is named Donald Trump.
I'm sorry that you're a terrible president.
Well, perhaps, but the bullying of Donald Trump has very little to do with him being a billionaire. Billionaires almost live in a parallel universe with elite parties, private jets, and little islands that they own. But apparently some billionaires feel like they are a persecuted minority. It's the ordinary people that are persecuting them, led by a boogeyman named Bernie Sanders.
Billionaires, 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 billionaires. I am not a billionaire.
Due to all that class hatred incited by Bernie Sanders, the rich are forced to hide in fancy restaurants and the studio of the Fox News channel. It's no longer safe for them to roam the streets with commoners.
Let's go back to Bernie Sanders for a minute.
Oh, and here's Bernie Sanders.
What the hell has he done?
It's aspirational. I didn't start with anything. Just penalize everyone that's done well.
Now, Steve Schwartzman, the founder of Blackstone, says that the treatment of billionaires in the United States is starting to resemble the treatment of Jews in Nazi Germany. Seriously, he actually said this.
It's a war. It's like when Hitler invaded Poland in 1939.
And he's not the only one. It's a rising trend.
If you go back to 1933, with different words, this is what Hitler was saying in Germany. You don't survive as a society if you encourage and thrive on envy or jealousy.
The wealthy TV preacher Kenneth Copeland has also reported suffering at the hands of the not-so-wealthy.
Oral used to fly airlines. You can't manage that today.
Right.
This dope-filled world.
Right.
And get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
So the gap between the rich and poor in America has reached its peak in half a century. So, do you think that billionaires are really an oppressed minority? We decided to ask New Yorkers what they think.
That's a joke, right?
Oppressed? No, not at all.
I mean, how can I be an oppressed minority when they live in their own world anyway?
I don't think they should be hated. They didn't get that way. Well, most people that are really successful got that way because they worked their ass off.
They have enough money so they can protect themselves.
I don't believe in demonizing the successful. I mean, a majority of them have created a product or service, and that's the result of the good work that they've done is their success. So I don't demonize them for being successful.
Now, this notion that the rich are somehow mistreated by society is certainly not new. The Cold War novelist and philosopher Ayn Rand wrote an entire book called Atlas Shrugged. It was about how the rich of the world go on strike against the ungrateful rabble who levy taxes against them. But average Americans just don't buy the argument. It seems that when the ultra-rich claim the world has been unfair to them, they don't really know what fair means. Caleb Bompin, RT, New York.